Did you know that in 2026, millions of American seniors are waking up to one of the most significant Social Security shakeups in decades, and most of them have no idea how much money they may be leaving on the table? If you've been counting on your Social Security check to cover your bills, your groceries, or even just a little peace of mind, then what you're about to hear could genuinely change the way you plan the rest of your retirement. Stick with us, because we're going to walk you through every important change the SSA has made for 2026, in plain English, no confusing jargon, no fine print. Before we dive in, if you find this helpful, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe so you never miss an important update like this one, and drop a comment below. We'd love to hear how these changes are affecting you personally. Now, let's start with the news that's actually putting a few extra dollars into the pockets of retirees this year, the 2026 Cost of Living Adjustment, or COLA. For 2026, Social Security beneficiaries are receiving a 2.5% increase in their monthly benefits. That translates to roughly $56 more per month for the average retired worker, bringing the average check up to approximately $2,071. Now, I know what you might be thinking, $56 doesn't sound like a fortune. But over the course of a year, that's nearly $672 more in your pocket, and for many seniors living on a fixed income, that kind of increase can mean the difference between filling a prescription and skipping it. Every dollar counts, and this increase, as modest as it may seem, is the government's way of acknowledging that prices for everyday essentials have continued to rise. But here's where things get a little more complicated, and this is something many retirees don't hear about until it's too late. While your Social Security check is going up, Medicare Part B premiums are also going up, and they go up by a steeper percentage. In 2026, the standard Medicare Part B premium has increased by 9.7%, rising to $202.90 per month. For most people, that premium is automatically deducted from their Social Security check before they ever see a penny. So when you do the math, a good chunk of that COLA increase is actually being absorbed by higher Medicare costs. This is sometimes called the Medicare clawback, and while it's frustrating, being aware of it means you can plan around it. You might decide to review your supplemental insurance, look at Medicare Advantage options, or simply adjust your monthly budget to account for the difference. Now let's talk about something that affects millions of retirees who are still working part-time, or thinking about going back to work. Many seniors love to stay active, pick up a part-time job, or run a small business even after they start collecting Social Security. In the past, the earnings test rules could feel like a punishment for trying to earn a little extra. But in 2026, the SSA has raised the earnings test limits, giving working retirees more breathing room. If you are collecting Social Security before your full retirement age and you earn wages, the SSA will still withhold $1 for every $2 you earn above $24,480 for the year. That limit is up from prior years, which means you can keep more of what you earn. And if you happen to be reaching your full retirement age sometime during 2026, the limit is even more generous. You can earn up to $65,160 in the months before your birthday, and the SSA only withholds $1 for every $3 above that. Once you've officially crossed the threshold into full retirement age, those earnings restrictions disappear entirely. You can earn as much as you'd like, and your Social Security will not be touched. Speaking of full retirement age, this is one of the most significant milestones of 2026, and it affects anyone born in 1960 or later. For this group, full retirement age has officially reached 67. Now, this has been a long time coming. Decades ago, the standard retirement age was 65, and Congress began gradually raising it in 1983. That gradual transition is now complete for the 1960 birth cohort. What does this mean practically? If you were born in 1960 and you decide to claim Social Security at 62, the earliest age allowed, you will face a permanent benefit reduction of 30%. That is not a small number. Think of it this way. If your full benefit would have been $2,000 a month at 67, claiming at 62 means you'd only receive $1,400 a month, for life. Now, there are valid reasons some people choose to claim early: health issues, financial necessity, or simply a personal preference to enjoy benefits sooner. But it's critical that you go in with open eyes, knowing exactly what that early claim will cost you over the long run. On a much brighter note, let's talk about one of the most exciting pieces of legislation affecting seniors in 2026, a new tax break that many people haven't heard about yet. Under what's being called the One Big Beautiful Bill, eligible seniors who are 65 or older may now be able to claim a brand new deduction of up to $6,000 if you're single, or up to $12,000 if you're filing jointly as a couple. This deduction is designed to reduce your taxable income, which can meaningfully lower how much you owe the IRS each year. To qualify, your modified adjusted gross income needs to be at or below $75,000 for single filers, or $150,000 for married couples filing together. If you're not sure whether you qualify, now is a wonderful time to sit down with a tax advisor or even call the IRS helpline. This is real money that you may be entitled to, and it would be a shame to leave it unclaimed simply because you didn't know about it. Now here's a story that brings tears to the eyes of many who've followed it for years. For decades, a group of public sector workers, teachers, firefighters, police officers, postal workers, and many other government employees, were quietly penalized by two obscure Social Security rules called the Windfall Elimination Provision and the Government Pension Offset. These rules significantly reduced, and in some cases completely eliminated, the Social Security benefits that these workers had earned through other jobs or through a spouse's record. Imagine spending 30 years in a classroom, retiring on a modest pension, and then being told you barely qualify for the Social Security benefits you separately worked and paid into. That was the reality for roughly 3 million Americans. But in 2026, those two provisions have been repealed, and the Social Security Fairness Act is now fully in effect. These 3 million public sector retirees are now seeing significant increases in their monthly checks, some receiving hundreds of dollars more per month than before. If you or someone you love worked in public service and was previously affected by these rules, this is the time to look into whether your benefits have been or will be recalculated. Let's also take a moment to go over some updated numbers that matter for anyone approaching retirement or currently receiving benefits. The maximum monthly Social Security benefit for a worker retiring at full retirement age in 2026 has increased to $4,152. Now, most people won't see that maximum. It's reserved for those who earned at or near the wage cap throughout a full career, but it's a useful benchmark. For those receiving Supplemental Security Income, or SSI, the federal maximum has risen to $994 for individuals and $1,491 for couples. These are the baseline federal amounts. Some states add supplemental payments on top of that. Additionally, for those still in the workforce and building their Social Security record, it now takes $1,890 in covered earnings to earn one Social Security credit, with a maximum of 4 credits available per year. That comes to $7,560 total to earn all 4 credits in a given year. There is also a change that affects higher earners and the Social Security system as a whole. The wage cap, the maximum amount of earnings subject to Social Security payroll taxes, has increased to $184,500 in 2026, up from $176,100 the year before. If you're still working and earning a higher salary, you'll now be contributing payroll taxes on a larger portion of your income. And on the flip side, higher earners who work their whole career at that level will ultimately be eligible for higher benefits when they retire, since benefits are calculated based on lifetime earnings. So when you step back and look at all of these changes together, what you see is a Social Security system that is evolving, sometimes in ways that benefit you directly, and sometimes in ways that require a bit of planning to navigate. The COLA increase puts more money in your pocket, even if Medicare costs take a bite. The revised earnings test gives working retirees more flexibility. The full retirement age milestone is a reminder to think carefully before claiming early. The new tax deduction is a genuine gift for seniors who qualify. The repeal of WEP and GPO is a long overdue recognition of the service given by millions of public workers. And the updated benefit thresholds reflect a system trying to keep pace with a changing economy. What we always encourage you to do, and this is the most important thing, is to make decisions based on your own personal situation, not just general rules. Your health, your family, your financial needs, and your goals all play a role in determining the best strategy for you. Talk to your local Social Security office, consult a financial advisor if you can, and don't be afraid to ask questions. You've worked hard your entire life to earn these benefits, and you deserve to understand exactly what you're entitled to. As we head toward the final portion of this video, we want to leave you with something to think about. Social Security has been a cornerstone of American retirement for nearly 90 years. It was built on a simple but powerful promise, that after a lifetime of work, you would have a foundation of security to stand on. The rules change, the numbers shift, but that promise endures. And the more informed you are, the better equipped you'll be to hold that promise to its fullest value. Coming up next, we'll wrap everything together with some practical steps you can take right now to make the most of these 2026 changes, whether you haven't claimed yet, whether you're already collecting, or whether you're simply planning ahead for someone you love.